Shall we start? It's already late.
Yes,
We are late by 3 minutes. So, okay. So we will start.
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Right. So this is the matrix. Okay. So this is the matrix which we were discussing. We stopped at row dominance. Now I will tell you what is column dominance. Column dominance means what? When all the elements of one particular column is higher, okay, than greater than all the values of another column, then you are going to strike out the values of the column which is having higher values. Now you see here, 1, okay, 1 is less than 3. So C1, C2, C3, C4, okay, right? So now 1 is less than 3. So I'm comparing C1 with C2. So 1 is less than 3. 9 is less than 11. 1 is less than 2. Okay. Now you see here, all the three values here in C2 column, all values, okay, are greater than all the values of C1. So what I do is, whichever column, okay, in the column has higher values, that one will get eliminated. It is exactly opposite of row dominance. So in the row dominance, you will be striking off the lesser values, whereas in the column dominance, you will be striking off the higher values. So which is the, yeah? So you will be striking off the higher values, 3, 11, and 2. Okay. So this column will get eliminated. So from a 3x4 matrix, as soon as I applied column dominance, I have reduced it to 3x3. Now do you see the importance of
Sir, you are speaking, but your voice is not clear, sir.
My voice is not clear.
It's clear to us, sir.
Oh, it's clear to you. Okay. Can you check your connection? Whoever asked me.
Sir, this is Bala with you. We cannot see your words.
All right. So that is what I am trying to say. The importance of dominance property is I am going to reduce a higher order. I am going to reduce a higher 2 cross 2. So that is property. Dominant matrix into a 2 cross 2 matrix. So when you reduce the matrix into a 2, cannot see my word. Now?
No, sir, it's better before.
Switch off the lights. Better, sir.
Is that okay? Yeah? Is that okay?
Somewhat okay, sir.
Somewhat okay. Well, I am streaming at 720 pixel high definition.
Okay, sir. It's now okay.
Somewhat okay, Anna. Somewhat okay, Anna. அப்போ ஒண்ணு அந்த பக்கம் ப்ராப்ளம் இல்ல கேமரால ப்ராப்ளம். But I have not got any local ones. I have got the Logitech. So I guess you should be getting a good stream. I don't know. Now can you see?
No, sir. Not clear.
Sir, your
Better
words are not
before.
Sir, maybe network issue-வால எங்களுக்கு clear-ஆ தெரியாம இருக்கலாம் சார். யாருக்காவது ஒருத்தர் ரெண்டு பேருக்கு தெரிஞ்சா கூட ஓகே தான். ஏன்னா எனக்கும் வந்து clear-ஆ தெரியல சார். வேர்ட் எல்லாம் கொஞ்சம் blur-ஆ தான்
இருக்கு.
Now?
Now it's okay, sir.
It's better, sir.
It's okay, sir.
Yeah, clear.
It's okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Theory. What is this page number? He's taking. So what's that page number? I don't know. He's taking one by one.
சார் நீங்க எடுக்கிற டாபிக் வந்து புக்ல செல்ஃப் ஸ்டடி மெட்டீரியல் என்ன பேஜ் நம்பர் இருக்குன்னு அவர் கேக்குறாரு. வந்து இவர் என்ன சொல்லிருக்காருன்னா அவர்
it's the last unit, I guess. Unit number 20 or something. I'm not sure.
Unit number 15, sir.
Page number 15. Okay. Okay. Right. So what I'm trying to say here is very, very simple. It is the dominance property is basically used to reduce the higher order matrix into a 2 cross 2 matrix. So this is how we reduce the higher order matrix into a 2 cross 2 matrix. Once you reduce the higher order matrix into a 2 cross 2 matrix, we can easily use the algebraic or calculus method to find out the value of the game. So we are interested in only one value. We are interested in only one value, and that is called as the value of the game. So that is denoted by V. V means value of the game. Okay.
Sir, I have a
V means value of the, yeah.
Sir, last session lower order தான் சார் நீங்க கேன்சல் பண்ணிருந்தீங்க. காலம் வச்சு பார்த்தப்போ சாரி ரோ வச்சு பார்த்தப்போ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அப்பர் காலம் வந்து எது லோவரா இருக்கோ அதுதான் சார் கேன்சல் பண்ணிருந்தீங்க. இப்ப ரெண்டு ரூலா சார், இப்ப ரோ அப்போ நம்ம லோவர் ஆர்டரும் காலம் யூஸ் பண்ணும்போது ஹையர் ஆர்டரும் இது பண்ணும்.
ஆமா ஆமா.
ஓகே சார், ஓகே சார். Thank you.
If you see if the matrix size is 3 cross 2, 3 cross 3, I have to use both row dominance and column dominance because both have to be reduced with -1, correct?
Yes sir.
Okay. But if the matrix is 2 cross 3 like this, so I'm not going to use the row dominance because already it is 2. I have to use only column dominant and reduce this by -1. So it becomes 2 cross 2, correct?
So it depends upon the matrix. எது ஜாஸ்தியா இருக்கோ அது வந்து அந்த நம்ம எலிமினேட் பண்ணணும் இல்ல சார்?
இந்த பாருப்பா, இப்போ நான் சொல்றேன் பாரு. இப்போ வந்து மூஞ்சி சரியில்லைன்னா we go and correct the face. Correct. எங்க வந்து ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்கோ you have to go and target there. Now you see here 2 rows, 3 columns. 2 I want, it's perfect. Okay, I don't want to do anything with that. There is 3 here. Only if this 3 becomes 2, it will become 2 cross 2. I can apply.
அப்போ யூசிங் டாமினன்ஸ் ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி வந்து நம்ம 2 cross 2 மேட்ரிக்ஸை கொண்டு வரணும் இல்ல சார்? எது டாமினண்டா இருக்கோ அதை எலிமினேட் பண்ணி நம்ம 2 cross 2 கொண்டு வரது தான்.
Yes
sir, what if suppose
correct
row has 4, so twice பண்ணனுமா நம்ம row dominance?
ஆமா correct. There are 4 rows. Obviously you have to do it, you have to apply row dominance 2 times because 4 minus 2 is 2, no?
Okay sir, okay,
right? Okay, so that's what I am trying to say. So wherever the correction needs to be done, do it. Okay, right? And then the main thing is you have to find out the value of the game. This is what is the value they are looking for. If you get this value, then definitely you will get 10 marks here. Okay, so what is that? Very, very simple. What is algebraic or calculus method? You need to understand that. Okay, so I'll give you the formulas. You need to get the formulas for algebraic or calculus method. Okay, so it will be easy for you to get the value of the game. Okay, right? So you have P1, you have P2, you have Q1, you have Q2, and you have the value of the game. Okay, so these are the 5 formulas. These are the 5 formulas. Okay. Okay, and there is a rule which says P plus Q both should be equal to 1. This is a property. Okay, so 2 cross 2 matrix is very, very simple. A, B, C, and D. Okay, so this is a typical 2 cross 2 matrix. This is a typical 2 cross 2 matrix. So what I do is, first I put a line here, I put a line here.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. This is an example for which method, sir, you are developing?
This is the example for
Which method, sir, actually?
algebraic method, 2 cross 2 matrix.
Okay, sir. Okay.
All right, so this is algebraic or calculus method. It's a typical 2 cross 2 matrix. So it will be 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is how you have to remember the formula. All tricks. Please don't take chits to the examination hall. Please don't take mobiles. Okay, I see a lot of people carrying all these stuff. Okay, so you do your work and go to the examination hall. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is, first, how do you get the value of P1? There's an arrow mark here. There's an arrow mark from the right hand side to the left hand side. So first comes D, then comes C. Okay. So there is a line. You have to draw a line. So D minus C. That's the first thing. D minus C. Okay. So for P1, it is 1, 3, 4. For Q1, it is 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that is what I am telling. So first is 1, 3, 4. So 1 I have done. So that is D minus C. 3 and 4. So 3 and 4 is like this. Okay. So it is A plus D. Okay. It is A plus D, this one, and this one. Okay. What is this? C plus B. But in some of the books, they maintain the alphabetical order. So you can even do it this way. So you can even do it this way.
Sir, sorry
Okay. So it will be B plus C.
explain once again, sir. Some connection problem in between, sir.
Okay.
With the formula.
For P1. You please join at 11:20 means please join at 11:20. Okay. So what I am trying to say here is very simple. 2 cross 2 matrix. 1, 3, 4. So that is what I am trying to say. 1, 3, 4. So what is 1? 1 goes like this. So DC, whatever is there immediately above that DC. So arrow mark is like this. So it will be D minus C. Divided by 3 and 4. You can take the arrow mark like that or like this, your wish. You can take it like this, both the arrow marks facing down. So A plus D. So that is 3. Okay, so that is A plus D. I have put it here. And other one, fourth one goes like this. So it is B plus C. You get the point? So that is the first formula. And remember, the denominator is same for all the formulas. So again for again for Q1 also it will be same. A plus D into B plus C. Sorry, there's a minus sign. Okay. A plus D minus B plus C. Even for the value of the game, it will be A plus D minus B plus C. So this is the same denominator. And then according to the rule, P plus Q is equal to 1. Okay. So if P1 is this, so P2 will be 1 minus P1. Okay. Right. Or you can also extend the property P1 plus P2 is equal to 1 and Q1 plus Q2 is equal to 1. So in the same way, P2 will be 1 minus P1. This is very, very simple. In the same way, Q2 is also 1 minus Q1. Okay. The denominator is same, A plus D minus B plus C, right? And then what is the formula for Q1? For Q1, it is 2, 3, 4. So 2 goes like this. Just see what is inside immediately. So the arrow mark goes on the top. So D, B with a minus sign. So D minus B. The denominator is same. Q2, Q1, 1 minus P1, 1 minus Q1. Okay. And then what is the value of the game? What is the value of the game? It is multiplication.
Sir, can you explain
the
one more time
of the game,
how to get the denominator?
3 arrow mark is down, 4 arrow mark is like this. Take that arrow mark here, 3, 4. Which are the elements? BC, sorry, AD, BC. Add that, subtract it with a minus sign. So what is this? A and D is 3.
Okay.
Okay, so that is what I am trying to say. It is 3 here. So A plus D, that is what I have put with a minus sign. What is the fourth one? BC. So that is B plus C with a minus sign. Okay, so the denominator is same for all the things. P2 is 1 minus P1, Q2 is 1 minus Q1. For the value of the game, it is multiplication. It is multiplication of 3 and 4 with a minus sign in between. So what is 3? 3 is AD. Okay, 3 is AD. What is 4? 4 is BC with a minus sign. So this is the formula. So if you look at P1, D minus C divided by A plus D minus B plus C, P2 1 minus P1, Q1 D minus B by A plus D minus B plus C, Q2 is 1 minus Q1. Value of the game is AD minus BC by A plus D minus B plus C. So 5 formulas. You don't need any chips. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So these are the
For
formulas, sir.
Q1, right?
Formulas for 2x2 matrix.
Yeah, this is a 2x2 matrix.
No, sir. These four things
Sorry?
are formula for 2x2 matrix. That P1, Q1.
Only 2x2. I am not talking about any other matrix. I told you, if you have paid attention in the class, I told you that algebraic or calculus method is used only when the matrix size is 2x2. It can't be used for any other higher order matrix. So always the matrix should be 2x2 only. It can't be anything else.
In this
Okay,
matrix,
If the matrix size, if the matrix size,
tell me, sir.
if the matrix size is more than 2x2, then you use the dominance property and reduce the matrix into a 2x2 matrix. Understood?
Yes, sir. Here that AB is P. First row is P. Second row is Q, like that, sir. Because I'm a little confused. How you fill that formula? Sorry, sir. Sorry to ask you again.
No problem. This one. This
yes,
one?
sir. That filling that formula and all, a little confused.
ஒண்ணுமே இல்ல இங்க பாரு இப்படி இருக்கா
Yes, sir.
2x2 matrix.
Okay.
What I am trying to say is very simple. In the matrix, போட்டுக்கோ A, B, C, D. Okay.
Yes, sir.
After you put this matrix, first you put an arrow mark like this. Make it to 1.
What, sir?
Next you put 1.
Okay. Yes, sir. It's visible, sir.
Okay, right? Then you put one line here, put one arrow mark like this and put it as 2.
Okay.
Then you put one line like this and put it as 3. Then you put one line like this and put it as 4. So take that inside. One, you have put the line this, arrow mark is like that. See whatever is there on the top, CD. Put a minus, sorry. The arrow mark is like this, D minus C. That is what I have put here.
Okay. That one means that row, CD row, that is the one. அதாவது அந்த CD தான் row 1, right, sir?
It is just for reference. It's not first row. It's not first.
arrow போட்டிருக்கீங்களா சார்? அந்த arrow வச்சு தான் நீங்க அந்த ஃபார்முலா இது பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா சார்?
அப்படியே ஒரு வாட்டி எல்லா ஃபார்முலாவும் எப்படி வந்ததுன்னு ஒரு வாட்டி சொல்லிடுறீங்களா சார்?
Okay, right. You see here, very simple. So I'll just put it as 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. So what I do is, for P1, I do it as 1, 3, 4. This 3 and 4 is for the denominator. This 1 is for the numerator. So 1 enna D, C. Arrow mark இப்படி வருது. So D minus C, அதுதான் numerator. Okay. 3 and 4. 3 and 4 enna? 3 goes like this. So it is these 2 plus. Okay. And 4. These 2 plus, so A plus D, okay, minus this one, B plus C. So this is 1, 3 and 4.
Sir, on doubt, sir. On the P1, P2, on the P1 and Q1 போட்டிருக்கீங்களா சார்? 1 வந்து denominator தான் இருக்கணும், 3 and 4 வந்து numerator. The right side boardல சார், right sideல. அந்த P1, Q1, 1, 3, 4, Q1, மேல சார். அதுதான் சார். அது வந்து அதுதான் ரூலா சார்? P1னா 1 வந்து இதா இருக்கணும், நியூமரேட்டரா இருக்கணும். 3 and 4 டினாமினேட்டரா இருக்கணும். Q1ல வந்து 2 வந்து நியூமரேட்டரா இருக்கணும், 3 and 4 டினாமினேட்டர். இது வந்து ரூல் இல்ல சார்? அப்படியே அது இருக்கா? ஏன்னா அதை வச்சுதான் நீங்க ஃபார்முலா வந்து இது பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. அதனால கேக்குறேன்.
It is one of the easy way to remember the formula. If you are able to do a ROT learning, you can by heart the formula and go and write in the examination. Okay. So I don't by heart usually. So what I
It's
do
like
is
trick,
I put some technique. Yeah.
the trick
So it's like 134 for
okay.
P1. Yeah. So that is what I'm trying to say. So Q1 will be 2, 3, 4. So that what is 2? Just go inside D minus P. That is what I have put. 3. What is 3? A plus P. Okay. What is 4? B plus C with a minus sign. So this remains the same. The denominator remains the same. So that is why I put here 2, 3, 4. Here it goes like this. That is 3 into 4 with a minus sign. Okay. And then this again will be 3, 4. So it will be like P1 will be equal to 134. Q1 will be equal to 2, 3, 4. And value of the game, V will be equal to 3, 4. Okay. With a minus sign. Comma 3, 4. That is how it is. That is how you remember this. If you have any other tricks, you can remember, but this is how I remember the formulas. Okay. So you may not even have to memorize it to get the formulas. Okay. Right. So this is how algebraic or calculus method works.
Fifth formula written in the bottom, sir.
This one?
Yes, sir.
AD minus BC divided by A plus D minus B plus C. Okay.
What is V, yes, sir? V, yes, sir?
V.
How do we get that formula, sir? Or
3, 4 with a minus sign. This is 3. This is 4. Multiply both. A into D. That's what I have put.
Okay, sir.
4. B into C. That's what I have put with a minus sign. So that minus sign comes here. Then the denominator is the same.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So we will take the problem. Give me some values. Give me some values.
3, 1, 3, 6.
Huh? What's it?
3, 1, 1, 6, sir.
1, 6.
Okay. Right. So this is how this is a 2 cross 2 matrix. Right. So I will teach you how you can do the algebraic or calculus method. Okay. So what you need to do, this is very similar to this formula A, B, C and D. Okay. Just apply the formula. P1 will be equal to D minus C. So that will be 6 minus 1 divided by what is A plus D? 3 plus 6 minus, open the brackets, 9 plus 1. So that will be 5 by 9 minus 10. So that will be 5 by minus 1. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct? So
Yes,
this
sir.
will be minus 5. Right? Then P2 will be 1 minus P1. So that will be 1 minus what is P1 minus 5. So that will be 1 plus 5, that is 6.
Sir, we should use all the 5 formulas in one sum, sir.
Okay. Sorry.
Not clear.
Not clear. What's not clear?
Board.
Is the board not clear?
Board.
Not clear. I don't know.
Sir, all 5 formulas in the same sum use பண்ணுமா சார்?
ஆமா. வேற எங்க?
It is somewhat blurred, sir.
Please check your mobile.
No, sir, nothing is in our mobile.
Okay, 1 second. Nothing you can see. Now?
Sir, okay. Somewhat okay, sir.
சுத்தமாவே தெரியல சார். ஏதோ நெட்வொர்க் இஷ்யூன்னு நினைக்கிறேன் சார். பிகாஸ் அப்பப்போ பிளர் ஆகிட்டே இருக்கு. சுத்தமா தெரியல சார்.
எஸ் சார், போர்டு வந்து பிளரா தான் சார் தெரியுது.
ஆமா சார், எனக்கும்.
Now, that is what is, I think that should be right. Thank you. What's her name? I think Purnima. Okay. P1 is 6 minus 1 divided by 3 plus 6 minus 9 plus 1. Okay, so that will be minus 5. And then P2 is 1 minus P1, that is 1 minus of minus 5, that is 1 plus 5, that is 6. Okay. And next you have Q1.
6 minus 9.
Huh? Okay, Q1. Mute, please mute. I'm on high volume. Okay, right. So Q1 will be like this, 6 minus 9. So that will be this. Okay, 6 minus 9 divided by 9 minus 10. That will be minus 3 by minus 1. So 3. That is 3. Okay, right? So Q2 will be 1 minus Q1. That will be 1 minus 3. That will be minus 2. Okay, and the value of the gain B will be equal to AD. 6 into 3 is 18. I better write it like this. So 3 into 6 minus 9 into 1 divided by 9 minus 10. Same thing. So 18 minus 9. So that will be 9 by minus 1. So
minus 9.
This is the answer. Minus 9 is the value of the gain. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, right. Now you give me a matrix of higher order size. You give me a matrix of higher order size so that I can use the dominance property and reduce it. Okay. So I can use the dominance property and reduce it. So give me a matrix.
8, 10, 9. 14.
Bad. Yeah.
Yes, so for row wise I'm saying 8, 10, 9, 14. 8, 10, 9, 14. Second row, sir, 10, 11, 8, 12. Third row, 13, 12, 14, 13. That's it, sir. That's it, sir. 3 plus 2.
So this is the problem. This is the problem which is given by, I don't know who, somebody has gave the problem. Okay, so we are solving this particular problem. Okay, so how do you do this particular problem? So it's a 3 cross 4 matrix. I have to reduce it to 2 cross 2 matrix. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. இப்போ ஃபைனல் வேல்யூ v வந்து நம்மளுக்கு நெகட்டிவா இருந்தா என்ன மீன் பண்ணுன்ற மாதிரி கேட்டிருக்காங்க பார்த்திபன். Does it have any meaning? Like there is no possibilities of
value of the game.
இல்ல சார், அது பாசிட்டிவா இருந்தா இட் மீன்ஸ் மேக்ஸிமம் ப்ராபபிலிட்டி ஆஃப் வின்னிங், இல்ல நெகட்டிவா இருந்தா there is no அந்த மாதிரி ஏதாவது மீனிங்?
Positive means profit, negative means loss. Positive means profit, negative means loss. If the entire value of game is negative, this means to say that both the players, okay, both the players have encountered loss. So if it is positive, then definitely both the players have have got some outcome. I'll give you a small example. Okay, so maybe you can come to know. Okay, your wife is angry.
Sir, if both negative no loss, sir.
சொல்றேன் first கேளு. Your wife is angry. Okay, so you take her to GRT. Okay, you get her some jewelry. Okay, see, anger will go. She will no longer be angry. Which means to say what? There is a positive outcome. Which means to say, I have won the game. Okay. Now, wife is angry. I don't do anything. Okay. The outcome will also be the same thing. She'll be angry only. So that time, I don't have any definite outcome. So since it is a negative outcome here, even in the final stage also, it will be a negative outcome only. So that time I say that I have not encountered or I have not made any impact. That's what it means. So if the value of the game is negative, like you saw in the last problem, which means to say that both the player have fought with each other and they have not resulted in any essential or fruitful outcome. It's like maadu mala thanni ஊத்துற மாதிரி, no effect. புரியுதா? Sir, if the game value is negative, that's what I said.
புரியுது சார்.
cherry, right? So that is what I am trying to say. If the value of the game is negative, which means to say that both the people have encountered losses and there is no definite outcome. Okay, so it's resulted in both the players encountering losses. Okay, if the value is positive, then definitely there is a positive outcome, which means to say that they have created an impact. Okay, otherwise there is no possibility that the impact is created. So that is how it is. Okay, so continuing further.
Sir, if the value comes positive, then how come both the players will have like encountered positive way? Somebody has to face loss, right?
Have you attended last class?
Yes, sir.
If you have attended last class, here I have put that explanation. I said that the player A, okay, or player B, okay, all the times he will not encounter loss, or all the time he will not encounter profit. Okay, very rare cases that all the cases where he has encountered a loss or profit. So it will be in most of the games. What happens is there will be some loss, there will be some profit. Okay, so that is how it is. You cannot. It's a very rare situation that every single time only the player A is winning. Okay, only the player A is getting the profits and player B is getting the loss. This probability is almost equal to zero. Okay, it's almost equal to zero. Very, very rare cases.
So then, as per the last problem, who can I say that they face loss, sir? Like P1 or player 1 or player 2? Like
that's what I am telling. See, when the value of the game is negative, the rule says that there is no definite outcome.
Understood, sir.
Okay, I cannot come to a conclusion.
Got it, sir.
When the value itself is negative, I cannot say anything. See, I am a totally negative person. Okay, if somebody is asking, tell me something positive about that person, what will you say? You will say, there's nothing positive to be told about that particular person. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right? Okay, so quickly we will finish the problems. So what he says here, now it's a 3x4 matrix. I have to reduce it to 2x2. So the row dominance once and the column dominance 2 times. That is what I have to do, correct? That is what I have to do. Okay. So what I do, first I apply the row dominance. I apply the row dominance for this particular problem. I apply the row dominance. So this is R1, R2, R3. Okay. And then C1, C2, C3, C4. Okay. Right? So now what I do, I apply the row dominance. Compare row 1 with row 2. I am comparing row 1 with row 2. So 8 is less than 10. 10 is less than 11. 9 is greater than 8. So stop it. So you need to stop with R1 and R2 because there is no result. Okay, because lesser than, greater than. So this is not going to work out. So this is not going to work out. So next what I do, I compare R2 with R3. I compare R2 with R3. So what is that? R2 with R3. 10 is less than 13. 11 is less than 12. 8 is less than 14. 12 is less than 13. So this works. So this works. Okay. R2 and R3 works. So which means to say whenever it is the row dominance, I will strike off. I will strike off the row with lesser values. So which is the lesser value? This one.
Row 2.
So R2 will get eliminated. Okay. So now the matrix gets reduced to 8, 10, 9, 14, 13, 12, 14, 13. Now this is a 2 cross 4 matrix, correct? Will I proceed with row dominance?
Column dominance.
It is enough,
correct.
sir.
Correct. Already row is 2. So I am not going to apply any more row dominance. I am going to apply only column dominance. Correct. So what I do, I will apply the column dominance. So column dominance. So I apply it for this C1, C2, C3, C4. I will apply it for C1 and C2. So 8 is less than 8 is less than 10. 13 is greater than 12. So this doesn't work out. Okay. Next, I will compare C2 and C3. I will compare C2. I will compare C2 and C3. Now 10 is greater than 9 and 12 is less than 13. Please mute. Okay. So C2 and C3 also does not work. C2 and C3 also does not work. Okay.
Sir,
Next.
C2 and C4.
I will compare.
C2 and C4, sir. C2 C4 compare பண்ணா C4 higher தான இருக்கு இல்லையா?
சரி இரு ஒரு நிமிஷம் இரு. அது ஆர்டரா தான் போனோம். எப்படின்னா CL. What is the order? C1 with C2. Okay, right? Then C2 with C3. Okay, C3 with C4. Then C4 with C1. இதுதான் ஆர்டர். Always remember that you are eating kalyana சாப்பாடு. சரியா?
Okay, sir.
Right? So there is a specific order. First some dishes will come, then pulav will come, then white rice will come, then sambar will come, rasam will come, curd will come. Same order. சரியா? நீ எடுத்த உடனே C1 C2 எடுத்துட்டு அதுக்கப்புறமா C2 C4 அப்படின்னா you will miss the combination. Then you will be thinking in the examination which combination I have taken, which combination I have not taken. புரியுதா?
Okay, sir.
So go in order. C1 with C2, C2 with C3, C3 with C4, C4 with C1. All the 4 combinations like that. Okay, so that is the procedure which we follow, and thereby it is very easy for you to understand. It is very easy that you'll be having confidence that you have not left out any combination. Okay, right? Okay, please mute. Okay. So next we will see C3 and C4. Next we will see C3 and C4. 9 is less than 14. 14 is greater than 13. சரி, பிளான் பண்ணி கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Okay. Right. So C3 and C4 also doesn't work. C3 and C4 also doesn't work. Then let me see C4 and C1. Let me see C4 and C1. C4 and C1. So 14 is greater than 8. 13 is equal to 13. Correct? So this works. So what I said, column dominance, any column, when you are comparing any two columns, if all the elements of one particular column is greater than or equal to all the elements of another column, then I say that the column which is having higher values gets eliminated. Okay. So this is having the higher value. So C4 gets eliminated. Correct? C4 gets eliminated when you compare C4 and C1. So these three combination does not work. So your matrix gets reduced to this 8, 10, 9, 13, 12, 14. Correct? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Now again here if you see C1, C2 not there. Now again if you see C1, C2, C1, C2 I did not get it. Okay. Since this is the last row. So next C2, C3 also I am not getting. Okay. Next C3, the next combination, see here, C1, C2, C3. No, I compared C1 and C2. So I am not getting it. Okay. And then I am comparing C2 with C3. That also I am not getting it. Now I will compare C3 with C1. I will compare C3 with C1. 9 is greater than 8. 14 is greater than 30. This is the only combination which I have left out. Because earlier there was C4, I compared C3 with C4. Whereas here, when the C4 column was eliminated, I am comparing C3 with the C1. That is the only combination which I have left out. So here, when I compare C1 and C2, when I compare C3 and C1, okay, 9 is greater than 8, 14 is greater than 13. So which means to say what? Whichever column has higher values will get eliminated. So now, earlier the matrix was 3 cross 4. Now what is the size of the matrix? 2 cross 2. This is what is dominance property. This is what is dominance property. Understood?
So one doubt, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, Papa. Actually, like where
this will be A, B, C, D.
Shall I ask? First step மட்டும் தான் ரோ டாமினன்ஸ் எடுக்கணும். அப்ப அதுக்கு அப்புறம் மினிமைஸ் பண்றதுக்கு ஃபுல்லா காலம்
wait. Keep your mic little away. Don't keep it close to your mouth.
Yeah, sorry, sir. Now is it correct, sir? Am I audible? Yeah. So first இப்ப நம்ம எடுக்கிறப்ப ரோ டாமினன்ஸ் கன்சிடர் பண்ணி பண்றோம். சோ இப்ப நெக்ஸ்ட் ரெண்டு ஸ்டெப்புமே காலம் டாமினன்ஸ் நம்ம எடுத்திருக்கோம். சோ அப்ப வந்து வெறும் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டெப் மட்டும் தான் we need to consider ரோ டாமினன்ஸ். Going forward we need to take column dominance only, like that.
Matrix size என்ன?
3 cross 4.
Initial matrix, what is the size?
3 cross 4.
Okay. So how many times you have to So how many times you have to apply the row dominance to get it into 2 cross 2?
Twice. Twice, sir.
Twice.
Sorry.
Yama. Matrix 3 cross 4. That is the problem. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Adla, if I want to get it to 2 cross 2, 3 வந்து ஒரு வாட்டி ரோ டாமினன்ஸ் போட்டாவே எனக்கு 2 வந்துடும். கரெக்டா?
Okay, sir. Now got it. Yes, sir.
புரியுதா? அதுக்கு தான் ஒன்ஸ் ரோ டாமினன்ஸ். இங்க 4 இருக்கு. I want to get it to 2. So 2 times column dominance.
அப்ப 4 cross 4 இருந்தா twice we will be doing, sir. அதாவது அந்த ரெண்டு வர வரைக்கும் 2 rows வர வரைக்கும் we will be
ஆமா
doing.
ஆமா 4 cross 4 ana -2. So 2 times row dominance, 2 times column dominance.
அப்ப first row வந்து ஃபுல்லா முடிச்சு
மனசாட்சியே இல்லையா பாப்பா? 12:30 மணிக்கு வரீங்க கிளாஸ். என்னது?
அப்போ வந்து ஃபுல்லா ரோ வந்து ஃபுல்லா மினிமைஸ் பண்ணிடணும் 2 வரைக்கும். அப்புறம் தான் காலம் டாமினன்ஸ் we should proceed. கரெக்ட்டா சார்? இப்ப 4 cross இருந்ததுன்னா அது 2 rows வர வரைக்கும் we need to compare. அது முடிச்ச பிறகு தான் we need to go for column dominance. Am I correct, sir?
சரி பண்ணு. Your wish.
Oh, it can be done in
it is better if you follow it in it is better if you do it systematically. First you go to rows, then you go to columns, and then you reduce the matrix.
Oh yeah, sir, got it.
Sir, one doubt, sir.
Rida.
Sir, C4 eliminate பண்றோம்ல sir, after comparing C4 and C1 to get the second column dominant வரணும்ன்றதுக்காக தான் திரும்ப C3 கம்பேர் பண்றோமா சார்? இல்லனா 2 cross 2 வரதுக்காக தான் C3 கம்பேர் பண்ணுமா சார்?
புரியல என்னது?
இல்ல 2 cross 2 வரதுக்காக தான் நம்ம C3 இல்ல சார், C4 எலிமினேட் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் ஏன் C3 கம்பேர் பண்ணனும்னு கேக்குறேன் சார். அகைன் C3 and C1.
That is the only combination which we have left out. See, you didn't understand.
Okay, sir.
See, it's very simple. மேட்ரிக்ஸ் இப்படி இருந்ததா? அப்போனா ஒரு ஸ்டெப்பும் எழுதணும் உங்களுக்கு. 9, 14 இப்படி இருக்கா? C1, C2, C3. Okay. Now what I do, I'll compare C1 and C2. Same order. C1, C2, C2 and C3, C3 and C1. Okay. When I compare these two, so what is going to happen here? 8 is less than 10, 13 is greater than. So this doesn't work out. அதுக்கப்புறமா when you compare C2 with C3, 10 is greater than 9, 12 is less than. So this does not work. Same thing which you have done here. Why do you want to repeat it? It's like in the honeymoon you are visiting the same destination twice.
Understood, sir. Understood.
Purida, right? So since I have already done that in the previous step, I have not considered that. So the only combination here is C3 with C1. So 9 is greater than 8, 14 is greater than 13. So this works. So I eliminated this. Understood?
Yeah, sir, we understood.
Okay, right. So now very simple. Ayyo, tell me the values.
8, 10, 13, 12.
So it is like this. So what do you do? Very simple. A, B, C, D. So 12 minus 13 divided by 10 plus 13. Okay. Sorry. This is A plus D. So 12 plus 8 minus B plus C. So 10 plus 13. So that is the value. So P1. So P2 will be 1 minus P1. And Q1 will be that is D minus P. So 12 minus 10 divided by 12 plus 8 minus 10 plus 13. And Q2 will be 1 minus Q1. And then value of the game V will be equal to 12 into 8 minus 10 into 13 divided by 12 plus 8 minus 10 plus 13. Okay, so that will be the answer. Right? Okay. So this is how you are going to solve the game theory problem if it is algebraic method or dominance property. Okay, right? There is one more method which is called as graphical method. So I will teach you that also. That is also a very, very important method, 10 marks. but people get confused with the graphical method, game theory, and graphical method, linear programming. Okay, so same method is coming in both the units. So just be very careful whether this particular problem is it a game theory problem or a linear programming problem. Okay, right? So I will tell you the procedure for the. I'll tell you the procedure for the graphical method. Okay. And m cross 2. Okay, so how by just looking at the problem itself, you can clearly come to a conclusion that this is a graphical method problem. This is a graphical method problem. Clearer. By looking at the problem itself, you can come to a conclusion. How? Very simple. If it's a 2 cross n problem, so which means to say there are 2 rows, okay, and n columns. Okay, so your problem will look something like this. Give me some numbers.
2, 2, 3, 2, and 4.
Master.
Second row is 4, 3, 2, 6.
Innone?
Sir, அது 2 தான் சார், அது 4 கிடையாது. அவ்வளவுதான். That's it.
Okay, right. So this is how the problem looks. So it's a 2 cross n problem where n is equal to 4 because this is a 2 cross 4 matrix. So n takes the value 4. இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் பார்த்த உடனே it is something called as graphical game theory problem. By looking at the paper itself, you can come to know that this is a graphical method game theory problem. So what do you do here? What do you do here? Very, very simple. When you get this type of problem, you need to take the graph sheet. Okay. You need to take the graph sheet and you need to mark these values on the graph sheets. Okay. So how you have to mark? There is a procedure. You cannot just directly mark it as it is. So there is a procedure in which you can mark these values. So how do you do that? Very, very simple. See here, understand this procedure. Again, 10-mark problem. Okay. So it goes like this. So imagine that this is your graph sheet. Imagine that this is your graph sheet. Okay. Right? If this is your graph sheet, what you need to do is very simple. You see all the values are positive. So there is no negative values. So leave two boxes, put one line. Leave two boxes, put one line. Okay. So this is the 0, 0 line. Okay. Since there is no negative values, if you have negative values, put the line on the top so that you have to accommodate even the negative values. I will teach you that, but first see the positive ones. Okay. Now that is your graph sheet. So I will put a 0, 0 line there. Okay. Here 2 boxes is enough. And then 4 boxes. Leave 4 boxes and draw one more line. Okay. And then leave 2 more boxes and draw one more line. Or if you want it very detailed, you can also leave 3 or 4 boxes. Okay, right? So it all depends on you. Okay, so preferably 3 boxes is enough. Okay. Now what you need to do is mark this. mark this as A1, mark this as A2. So what is this A1, A2? This one. This is what is A1. This is what is A2. All these are A1 values. And all these are A2 values. Now what I need to do is I have to choose a suitable scale. I am not going to teach you all that. It is very basic 6th standard. Okay. So how do you put the scale based on the values? Okay. So highest is 6. Okay. So I will take it as 1 boxes each. 1 boxes each. So that will be 1. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's the highest value. Okay, again the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Till here understood?
Yes, sir.
Sir, graphல மார்க் பண்ற திருப்பி சொல்லுங்க சார்.
Okay. This is the graph sheet. Leave 2 boxes, put a line. That is the 0, 0 line. Okay. I have put the line here because there is no negative values. If there is a negative value, this 0, 0 line will come more up. So that below the line you will have -1, -2, it will go down. Okay. But since there is no negative values here, I have just left 2 boxes. If there is negative values, see the value and that many boxes you have to leave. Okay. Right? Okay. Now, leave 4 boxes, put the line. Okay. So that will be marked that as A1. Leave 3 boxes, put 1 more line, that is A2. Okay. So this is the construction. And then you see the values. Highest value is 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, what I do is I do the marking. A1 is 2. A2 is 4. This is A1. A1 is 2. Okay. And A2 is 4. A2 is 4. Okay. Draw a line. Draw a line. Most important, put that as 2, 4. If you forget, then again time waste. You will be searching. You will be searching. Which is this line? I don't know. If you, it is like you people don't have names. So I don't know how to call you people. So always, as soon as you put that, mark it as 2, 4. That is done. Okay. Next, 2, 3. So here it is 2. Here it is 3. Okay. So now you put the line and put it as 2, 3. So that is what is this. Then 3, 2. So 3 on the A1, 3 on the A1, 2 on the A2, 2 on the A2. So the line goes like this. So that you mark it as 3, 2. Okay. Next, 2, 6. So 2 is here, 6 is here. So now draw one line. Okay. Right. So draw one line. Now you have accommodated all the points. All points are accommodated. Now what you need to do, there is a concept. This is the concept. Okay. So what is the concept? The concept says, if it's a 2 cross n, 2 cross n, 2 cross n, he says uppermost point of the lower boundary. Now you see here, which is the lower boundary? This is lower, this is upper. So the lower boundary is here. This, okay, and it continues. So
எப்படி சார் அது uppermost point of lower boundary?
இதுதானே uppermost point. கண்ணு நல்லா ஓபன் பண்ணி பாரு. இந்த 3 பாயிண்ட்ல எது அப்பர்? இந்த 3 பாயிண்ட்ல எது அப்பர்? இதுதானே அப்பர்.
சென்டர்ல இருக்குது சார்.
ஓகே சார், ஓகே சார்.
இப்படி இருக்கா? இதுல எது ஹையஸ்ட் பாயிண்ட் சொல்லு?
சென்டர்.
அதுதான் நான் சொல்லியிருக்கேன். இதுதான் ஹையஸ்ட் பாயிண்ட். அதுதான் இங்க எழுதிருக்கேன். அதை பிரிச்சு இங்க போட்டேன்.
சார் ஏன் அந்த ரீஜன் மட்டும் எடுக்கணும் சார்? சாரி இஃப் ஐ மிஸ்ட்.
அதுதான் கான்செப்ட். See, if it's a 2 cross n, okay, if it's a 2 cross n matrix, the concept says always select the uppermost point of the lower boundary. இது எப்படி ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும்? எப்படி சார்? How do I remember this? அதுக்கும் ட்ரிக் இருக்கு. Okay, see here. n இப்படி எழுதுற. This is n. Okay, right? So this is how you write n. So n இப்படி தானே எழுதுற. So first எப்படி போற? You go up. So this is the uppermost point. Okay, then you come down. n மேல போன அப்புறமா கீழே வர. This point, this is called as the lower boundary. So uppermost point of lower boundary. இதுதான் concept. This is how I remembered in the examination. So if it's a 2 cross n matrix, it is the uppermost point of the lower boundary. Just in the same way how you write n. So n இப்படி போடுற. So first I go on the top. So this is the uppermost point. Then you come down. This is the lower boundary. So this would be my lower boundary. This would be my lower boundary. And which is the uppermost point? This is the uppermost point. Correct? ஆமாவா இல்லையா?
சார் அப்போ அந்த சென்டர் பாயிண்ட் நம்ம அந்த இன்டர்செக்ஷனுக்காக மார்க் பண்ணிருக்கோமா?
ஆமா, அது இன்டர்செக்ஷன் ஆனா தான பாயிண்ட் வருது.
ஓகே ஓகே சார், ஓகே சார்.
இப்போ ஒரு இன்டர்செக்ஷன் ஆனாதான் ஒரு பாயிண்ட் வந்து இஸ் ஃபார்ம்டு. இது பேசிக் மேத்ஸ்.
எஸ் சார்.
So intersecting point இங்க ஆகுது. எந்த ரெண்டு லைன் intersect ஆகுதுன்னு பாருங்க. You see here. So this is the line. It goes like this. So this one, okay, and this one. Can you see this line is cutting? So this one is 2, 3. So 2, 3 and 3, 2. 2, 3 and 3, 2. So this gets eliminated. This gets eliminated. So now this 2 cross 4 matrix is got reduced to 2 cross 2. So this is the matrix A, B, C, D. This is the graphical method.
Sir, கடைசி சொன்னத மட்டும் கொஞ்சம் திரும்ப ரிப்பீட் பண்ணுங்க.
Highest point எது? இதுதான் highest point. Okay, if this is the highest point, you see which is the two lines which is crossing. 3, 2, 2, 3. 2, 3, 3, 2. So that will be the 2 cross 2 matrix. Now it is A, B, C, D. Use the algebraic or calculus method to get the value of the game. புரியுதா?
புரிஞ்சிச்சு சார், புரிஞ்சிச்சு சார். அந்த தியரம் கான்செப்ட் சொன்னீங்களா, கான்செப்ட் மட்டும் மறுபடியும் ரீட் அவுட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா நோட் பண்ணி வச்சுப்பேன்.
எது?
If it is a 2 into n matrix, uppermost point of the lower boundary.
The final matrix எப்படி எழுதுவீங்க சார்? ஃபைனல் மேட்ரிக்ஸ் ஒன்று எழுதுவீங்களா சார்? அது எப்படி எழுதணும் ஆக்சுவலா? ஃபைனல் மேட்ரிக்ஸ் ஒன்று எழுதுவீங்களா சார்? லைக் அல்ஜிபிரிக் மெத்தட் ஒன்று வச்சு அதுக்கப்புறம் சால்வ் பண்ணணும்னு சொன்னீங்களா சார்? அந்த மேட்ரிக்ஸ் எப்படி ஃபார்ம் பண்ணணும்? அது எப்படி எதை எலிமினேட் பண்ணீங்கன்னு எனக்கு ஐ couldn't get
மேட்ரிக்ஸ். அதான் சோ தட் கிராஃப் இருக்குல்ல, அந்த கிராஃப்ல வந்து இப்படி வருது. சோ 1 பாயிண்ட், சோ திஸ் இஸ் தி ஆக்சிஸ் 1 2 3. சோ whichever is the highest point, you see which are the two lines which is passing. அது மேட்ரிக்ஸ்ல எடுத்துட்டு that becomes the 2x2 matrix.
Oh, okay, sir. So then we must consider intersecting lines, so then to take the intersection point.
I said no. See, the point is formed only when there is an intersection.
Another doubt, sir. இப்ப ரெண்டு intersecting lines, அதாவது ரெண்டு பாயிண்ட்ஸ் வந்ததுன்னா அப்ப எப்படி எடுக்கணும்? Sorry again, actually ரெண்டு பாயிண்ட்ஸ் மேல பாசிட்டிவ் சைடுல ஒண்ணு, கீழ ஒரு intersecting லைன் இருந்தா
what is your favorite color?
Your voice was breaking.
What is your favorite color?
Blue, sir.
Blue. Seri. You want to purchase a car. Okay. You have two colors. One is red, one is blue. Which one will you give first preference?
My favorite is blue.
அதுதான் நான் சொல்ல வரேன்.
I still couldn't get it.
Sir, and the final matrix values கொடுக்க முடியுமா சார்? What would be the value?
The final matrix value is 2 3 3 2. 2 3 3 2. That is the final matrix value, okay, if I am not wrong.
Okay.
So highest value எது இருக்கோ, highest point of the lower boundary, that will be the that will be the consideration point. So highest satisfaction எனக்கு எதுல வருது அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு I have to see. So how do I get that? If it's a 2 cross n matrix, I have to see uppermost point of the lower boundary. So just like how she said, blue, I will be selecting a blue car over the red car, which means to say she gets higher satisfaction when she is purchasing that blue, because blue is her favorite color. Okay, so that is how things work. So even in the game theory, even in the graphical method will choose the best two people. See, it's like you're going for an interview and there are 4 people. Okay, it's like 2 people are somewhat kind of average and 2 people are really very good. So what graphical method does is, it will, if it wants 2 people to be selected, it will reject obviously these 2. Okay, and it will keep these 2 people because these 2 people are comparatively better than these 2 people. So that is what the graphical method says. Purida?
2 cross 4, 2 4 எடுக்க முடியாதா சார்?
எது 2 4
இல்ல வராது, ஏன்னா அது நம்மளுக்கு அந்த அப்பர் மோஸ்ட் இதுல வராது, அந்த லோவர் பவுண்டரி இருக்கு.
Highest point, see,
of lower boundary.
Listen to the concept properly. Lower boundary la highest point எது இருக்கோ அது எடு தம்பி.
ஓகே சார், ஓகே சார், ஓகே சார்,
தம்பி 3 இடம் இருக்கு தம்பி. You want to go to a job, there are 3 places. One is giving you 1 lakh, one is giving you 25,000, another one is giving you only 5,000. Where you go?
1 lakh.
That's what I am telling. So see the highest one. Okay. How did you select 1 lakh? Because that gives me the highest satisfaction.
Okay sir, okay sir. So this is for 2 cross n.
Yaar highest ah irukam.
Okay sir, okay sir. இது 2 cross n இல்ல சார், m cross 2 னா அது எப்படி சார் சம் வரும்? m cross 2 க்கு
இப்படி வரும். So it will be like this. This is the graph sheet. 2 lines. Okay. So you will have lines all the way like this. Okay. So this will be your upper boundary. Which is the upper boundary? This one. Okay. So which are the 3 points? This one, and this one. So this is the upper boundary. Lowermost point. This, see, that's what he says. Lowermost point of the upper. So this is the uppermost boundary. So this is the first lowest. This is the second lowest. This is the third lowest. So lowest, this one. So you're going to take this line and this line, and then you will form the 2 cross 2 matrix.
Okay, sir.
Revati B. Wait. Nana.
Sir, 1 second sir. திரும்ப சொல்ல முடியுமா சார்? என்ன 2 values வரும் சார்? What value sir?
இப்படி இருக்கா?
சார்.
இந்த லைன் இதுதான் lowest point.
சார் அந்த இன்டர்செக்ஷன் ஆகிற பாயிண்ட் மட்டும் எடுத்துட்டு மீதி எல்லாத்தையும் டேக் அவுட் இருக்குமா சார்? மேட்ரிக்ஸ்ல சொல்றேன்.
ஆமா. See, you see the on the pointல, if that is the lowest point, first you identify which is the lowest point. அங்க கை வச்சுக்கோங்க. அங்க கை வச்ச அப்புறமா எந்த 2 lines, which are the 2 lines which is intersecting at that point. See, you keep the finger there. Which line is passing? This one. Which line is passing? This one. So these 2 lines only in the matrix you have to take and continue the problem.
Okay.
Sir, intersecting point வந்து middle lineல இருக்கு சார். So lowest ன்னு பார்த்தா அது ரெண்டு தானே சார் ஒரு lowest க்கு?
தம்பி உன் பேர் என்ன?
சார்
பேர் என்னடா?
முத்தையா சார்.
இப்படி இருக்கா?
ஓகே
இது அப்பர் பவுண்டரி. lower boundary. Tell me which are the 3 points in the upper boundary. You tell, I will mark.
The 3 points you marked there, sir. On the side board தெரியல sir.
இது board தெரியலையா?
இல்ல now okay sir. Okay.
இப்போ இது கரெக்ட்டா?
yes sir.
எது lowest? எதுப்பா lowest? இதுதானே? தம்பி இருக்கியா? அவர் போயிட்டாரு. ஓகே simple. This line, this is the upper boundary. 1, 2, 3. These are the 3 points. In the 3 point, edu least is second one. Because you can see, இப்படி வருது. அந்த இது வந்து இப்படி வருது. So this is 1 point, this is 1 point, this is 1 point. Obviously, this is the lowest. Muttaya left the meeting. Okay, right. Okay. So no problem. I don't bother. I have explained it out. Okay. Right. So this is how it works. Okay. So this is the least point. So whichever line is passing through that, those two things you have to take it. You have to form the 2 cross 2 matrix and do it. Okay. Understood?
Yes sir.
Yes sir. No. All are hungry. We can stop the class.
It's understand, sir.
Yes, sir, got it. Hungry, sir.
Okay, right. So we will stop the class. I hope that you have understood the problem. We have done the concepts. Okay. So next class we will see some more concepts. Okay. Right.
Sir,
okay.
the student
Okay.
have
Thank you.
another class or tomorrow?
Sorry.
Sir, thus today we have another class or not, sir?
Illama, already 3 hours aachi.
Oh yes, sir. Because in the side website they have given from 1:30 to 2:30. That's what I asked.
1:30 to 2:30 will be your what is that next class? I think it's marketing.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so we will meet tomorrow. I'll teach you some more concepts. Okay. So
okay,
as of
sir.
now, it's done from my end.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.